Hi everyone, okay, let's get comfy. So, what I thought I would do on the channel over the next few videos is make a journal with you. I've had so many people ask me how I make my journals. Everybody has different ways of making them. There is ladies such as Andrea, who is Artemis, I'm trying to think what, Laurie, Girl on Ridge, Tsunami Rose, I think that's Amber. There is so many people on here. Yvonne Preston, there's loads and loads of ladies, Linda Israel, honestly I could go on, who I think their journals are just absolutely out there beautiful. I would love to be able to create like that, but everybody creates differently and I do it in this way. So okay, I thought I would share it with you. So, I don't know how many videos it's going to be over because I don't know how much we're going to get done today, what we're going to be doing today and blah blah blah. So, we'll just take it as it comes and I'll show you how I go through the process. Now, I thought I would make a sewing themed journal. Sort of sewing, yeah, like sewing, dressmaking, vintagey, that kind of thing. So, what I always start with is the cover. So what I'm going to do, let me see how we are in this shot with this new camera. Can I zoom out any? No, that, I think that is me zoomed out. Okay. Okay, I think that's alright. I think you can see what I'm doing alright anyway. So I'm going to take this piece of card. Now this is just an A4 craft card. I'm doing it with a craft card this time because I'm doing it sort of like a vintagey journal. Please excuse my nails. I've been absolutely, for 2 days, I scrubbed this house just top to bottom, Sunday and today. Paul helped me yesterday and the day I done it. Do you know that way it's tidy but it needs a good clean? I've took curtains down, I've stripped all the beds, I've done everything, every skirting's clean, everything's spotless. So my nails are a state, but I feel better. Anyway. So this is the part where you want to decide which size journal you want to do. My wee journals that I sell for £13, I do them 6x4 or 7x4, sorry, 7x4. The cover's 7x4.5, the pages are 6.5x4. That is for my smaller journals. This one, I think I'm going to do it 5, maybe 5x8. I'll do it slightly larger, this one. So, what we need to do then, this is how I do it. Now again, guys, all the way through this, I'm going to be saying this is how we do it, this is how we do it. This really is just the way that I do it. Like I said, there's tons and tons of other ways to do it, so this is just me showing my process. So what I do then is I've decided that I'm going to have my cover at 5. So I take my scoreboard, you don't have to do it this way. Right, I'm going to stop saying that because you obviously know you don't have to do it this way, but I get really, I don't know, kind of worried when I'm doing things like this, that you think that I'm being a bit dictatory, but I'm not. I'm just, you know what I mean. Right, I'm shutting up, right? This is the way I do it. I'm just going to share it with you. Right, score it at 5, okay? Then, I guess that's what you get for a life. Growing up and believing you're not good enough. You're always second guessing yourself. But hey ho, right, let me see. Then I said I wanted it to 8, so I'm going to take it to 8 here and take off the wee 1/4 inch. And then at this point I'm going to fold it in on itself. So this is going to be quite a good size journal actually, it's going to be quite big. And then all I'm going to do is line it up and take off, oops, take it this way. Take off the excess, like that. Okay, that's still the same blade I'm working with. I still haven't even got another one. Oh, never mind. Right, okay, so can you hear the fireworks going off? Bonfire night tonight. So that's what I do first. I always make to the size of my cover, and the reason I do that is so that I know what size I'm going to make my pages. The amount of pages that you put in is really preference. I usually put in 64 front and back. Just I don't know, I just find it's a nice size. It's a nice size for journaling. It's a nice size to go in your bag. I just like it, but you can put more or less in to suit yourself. So what I'm going to do now is turn this the right way so that I can see my measurements. Make sure I'm still straight and short. And then I'm going to choose which papers that I want. Now I've got here a stack of papers that I have coffee dyed and ink dyed. I just done these last week and I left them to dry, and this is what I've got. All these. So okay, so what I need then to have the 64 sides is 16 papers. So I'm going to go with some of the coffee dyed ones, with it being a sort of vintage colour. So I think I'll take that one. Some of them are darker than others, some of them have lighter bits. I'll go with that one. That's 2, 3, 4. These ones are quite lilac-y. These ones are a bit pink with some coffee on them. So we'll go 5, 6, 7. And then at the back here, I actually didn't do any grid paper yet, graph paper. But I'm not too worried about that actually being white, because I think it gives it a bit of a nice contrast, and you can always go in with ink and things as well and change the colour. So I've got some of these music sheets that I printed off. So in the Sweet By and By Joseph P. Webster. I don't know, it was just on the public domain, so I took that one. So I've got that one. Then I've got, I printed off on some parchment paper these sort of time sheets. I'll take one of those ones. That was for a horror journal that I was doing, the red one. So let's see so far how much have we got. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll add in another couple of those and then we'll pop that to the side. And then I've got this bookkeeping book. This was just from W.H. Smith a while back, and I actually need to get more of this because it's about done. So I'm just going to put that down there. Take one of those, put that one back in, and then here I've got some graph paper. We'll take 3 of those. So how many is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And what else have I got here? I've got this manuscript. Sorry if you can hear the fireworks. Manuscript, 14, 15. And I've got lots of other stuff there as well, but I think I'm actually going to use 2 of these manuscripts because I like the white as well. And like I said, I will show you how I colour them up, but I just like the contrast. So I think that's has got 16 of those. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so that's my main sheet. So I've got 16 of those. And then I've got one of those time cards. And then I have all of these pieces. Now these all came off of, you'll see when I cut the papers down, these were actually off of the 7 by 5 journals. So I'm going to put a couple of these in, put that one in, and we'll have a grid one as well. So we'll have 2 of those. Then I've got this pucker pad, things to do today, and I always like putting one of these in. So I'll take that. What else have we got here? One of these ordered books. So we'll take one of these. And then I've got this Simplicity book. And that's nice. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? There's one with scissors, cutting tools, that's nice. That's really nice with a big sewing machine, all the dress patterns. So special accessories for your home. There's lots of nice pages in here. I think I'm actually going to go for this one with the sewing machine because that's really nice. Okay, and that's an original vintage book. It's New Zealand, £1.20, 50 pence. I'm not sure which year it was. 1972. There you go. 4 years before I was born. So, I've got that one. And I'm going to just move all this out the way. And then I've got one of these wee cards. The wee members cards. I'm going to use that. Put that over there. Okay, and I always like putting a paper bag in as well. And I like putting in a couple of doilies. So I've got this paper bag because it's like a vintage theme. And I'm going to grab, sorry if you can't hear me guys, I'm over here just grabbing a couple of doilies. Okay, so I think we're a bit sorted. So I've got this doily and that one. So let's start. So this is what I always do, get everything ready. And then I can see if I want to add other bits and pieces in. Now, the main pages, let's see. So we know that our book is 8 by 5. So I want my pages to be 7.5 by 4.5. So what I do is I use, I'm going to move this up a bit so you can see it. I use the, I'm going to actually swap this over to the inches side. Look at them, it's still a bit, I cleaned it before I came on camera and it's still a bit damp. Let's get that really wipe. Okay, so I use the inches side here. So I'm actually, this is 4 inches, so 4.5. And I'll use this to line it up. I just find this is the easiest way to do it. I mean, you can do it on the cutter, but that cutter of mine, as I said, I need new blades. So I just line it up with the edge, take my edge of the paper to 4.5 and fold it over. So this bit, guys, is quite repetitive. So because this is a craft for me and I'm testing out my new camera to see how long I can actually get away with on my videos, I'm not going to press pause, I'm just going to keep going. But if you want to fast forward this bit, you absolutely can, or you can just fold your papers along with me at the same time. So I'm just making sure, and obviously they're not going to be absolutely millimetre perfect because of the way that I'm doing it, but they're perfect enough. So 4.5, I hope you can see what I'm doing. Try and move it over a wee bit. 4.5. smells lovely. The smell of the coffee smells amazing from the papers. Now, on some of them, this one for example, you can fold it back on itself like that, and that way you're going to have a tuck out on one of your papers, and it's just nice. It's just, I usually do it in about 2 of them if I remember. Sometimes I forget and I cut it all off, but it's just nice for some extra journaling space. There's a lady on YouTube as well. I don't know if you guys watch her. You probably do. Her journals are absolutely amazing. She's called Joie. And she makes the most amazing journals. She is fantastic. I will try and remember. I'm usually quite good at things like that, remembering things like that, and link her channel down below. Check out some of her journals, guys. Amazing. Proper junk journals. I mean, these journals that I make are not really junk journals because none of the stuff's really junk that's in it. But these ladies that make these junk journals are absolutely amazing. And if you heard me say it before, I'm getting an EcoTank printer for Christmas. So I'm going to be doing a lot more journals, like buying the kits from Artemis, Tsunami Rose, things like that, because they're just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. But now I can't really do it because my printer is just so expensive to run. Seriously, I mean, I print off one kit and my ink's gone. I printed off 3 pictures, 3 coloured pictures onto photo paper when Faith came back from Turkey. And it took about 3/4 of my ink. It's rubbish. Just too expensive. So yeah, Paul's getting me an EcoTank for Christmas, which I'm super excited about because then I'll be able to print off a lot more things. Now, these ones, I'm just going to cut them in half and then we'll see how much, if any, we need to take off. Same with this. The wee membership card just gets folded down. I'm just going to use my bone folder because that's card. Would help if I'd done it straight right enough. There we go. Same in my wee order form. Fold it in half. I'm going to take off, this is perforated, but this book doesn't rip very well, so I'm just cutting along the perforations. Take that edge off, like that, and then actually this one I like to have the things to do page on it, so I'm just going to fold it like that, and then I will cut off the excess. Okay, and then my wee bag, I'm just going to take a slither off the end so that it opens at both sides, like that. Fold that in half, like so, and finally the doilies, just fold them in half. Okay. Right. So, bring all my papers back in, and I'm going to remember this time to fold one back on itself. Like that. Right, now this is where I need to bring in the trimmer, and this is what is annoying me. I went to that craft fair and I forgot to get them. I went to Hobbycraft and they were sold out. Honestly, it's driving me nuts. I'm going to go online and pick myself up some more of these blades. Right, let me get back in shot properly. Oops, a wee fly flying a bit. Probably come in because it's so cold. Okay, so that one's folded back on itself, but obviously I want it to be 7.5 long. So I'm just going to cut all of these to 7.5 and hope that my wee blade doesn't ruin the paper too much. Pop all these bits over that are already done. Now this one needs to get cut down there. And I'm cutting this off so that it looks like a time card as well. Like that. The sewing machine one I'm going to fold in on itself because it's too nice to get cut. Like that. And then take it to 7.5. So you'll see here with the wee bits that you cut off, maybe not so much these ones, but because these ones are quite thin, but on the ones that I do the other size, definitely keep them and you can put them into your journals. So, oops, see what I mean? It's tearing a wee bit, but, oops, and I've dropped it as well. I might have to resort to doing it with scissors, but we'll see. Let's see. 7.5. I've done that one alright. It just seems to be when it's going down the long way. Okay. So like I said guys, if you don't want to watch this full bit, you don't have to. You can fast forward and then catch up with me once I've done this bit, or you can just craft along with me. Right, now it's starting to tear the paper, so I'm going to put this away. Sorry if you can hear me getting up and down, I just want to make sure that that's straight. Right. What I'm going to do now is use my scissors, because that is really not coping with the cut through the coffee dyed paper very well, and it's going to end up wrecking it all, and then I would need to doctor it with washi tape. So instead all I'm going to do is take a pencil, mark it at 7.5 and chop it along like that. So it does take a wee bit longer like this, however it is worth it because, like I said, it's shredding the paper, and you guys will not need to do this because your cutter's better. Actually, this one I'm actually going to turn in as well because it's got the rest of the music on it. So we'll turn that in and we'll go to 7.5. And that's a good thing about these big scissors because it's quite easy to get a straight line with them. So we're almost there. Almost. A couple more. Like that. Okay. That one's a bit squint. My folding's not very good. If you like ASMR, guys, you should put your headphones onto this bit. Just sit back and listen to the paper being cut. Okie dokie. So I never really had the confidence before to leave the phone running this long, the camera running this long. But till I watched Andrea's videos and things, and I realised that, you know, people like doing craft with me's. So I thought, yep, I'll leave the video running and do an actual time craft with me tonight. Oh my gosh, almost there. Once you've done this bit, this is really the worst bit, and then the fun bits, you can start doing all the fun stuff. Okay, final two. I don't know why I'm marking that. And the last one, finally. Okay, so let me have a look. Okay, so what I do now is I divide the paper into two piles. One that's got the pattern. Now by pattern I mean like the lines and the graph, okay? So I put them all into one, and I put my plain paper into the other, and then like my music paper beside it. My sewing paper, and then all my wee bits, I just keep them together. Right, now I always start my first page as a plain page. I don't know why, I just always do. So crease them again and take a plain page. Now this bit is really personal choice. You can do it absolutely any way you like. All my books are always different. I just pick and choose what I like. So I'm going to go with a graph piece next. And then I'll go with a doily. And then I'll go with another plain piece. And then I think I'll go with my sewing machine piece. Like that. And then bookkeeping paper. Why is that so long? Okay, I've marked that. Not marked that correctly, so I'm just going to take that off the bottom. Okay, that one's going to go there. Then another, in fact, then I'll have this order form. Then I'll have a plain piece. Then I will have my bag. Now, see how it's got this lip bit? I always cut that off because it just gets in the way when you're trying to put stuff in. So, take that off. And I'm going to have it facing the correct way. like that. Then I will have a piece of manuscript. Then this the bookkeeping one, but I'm going to turn it that way so you can see it like that. Then a plain piece. Then I will have, let's see what I've got left. That. Then I will have a graph. Then another plain. Then another doily. Then another plain. So you see, just building it up. And you may find it when you do this and you go back, you want to change it. Then I'm going to have my appointments and things to do. There. And that's a wee bit long, so I'm just going to take a wee bit off the end. Again, this would be easier if my blades were working. I'm off on Wednesday, so I'm maybe going to pick some up then. Okay, that goes in there. Then I'm going to have another plain, another graph, my card, membership card, and then I'm going to have this plain one that opens out. Oh, actually, I'm going to swap out this plain one for this one that opens out. So I've got one sort of at the front and one nearest the back of the book. Like that. Then I will have my final piece of manuscript. Then I'll have this. Then I'll have my music sheet folds out. This piece of plain. So you can see, although there's 64 pages, there's a lot more in it that you can actually journal on and write on. At this point, I'm just sort of squeezing it all together. Get rid of all these bits. Squeezing it all together and sort of squeezing it into place like that. And then, oh, I've got a sore shoulder tonight, guys. I've not done a video like this for ages. I'm getting that pinched nerve is hurting. So at this point, I just want to make sure that it fits inside my cover, which it does. Tiny wee bit sticking out, but this is going to have lace and stuff going down the side anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So let's just have a wee look through what the pages are like. So we've got the coffee dyed. Look at that. We've got our beautiful doily. Some more coffee dyed, which opens out. And then we've got our sewing page. And our lovely picture. Manuscript paper. This needs to be straightened up a bit. Like that. And we've got our wee bag. That is obviously going to go up a bit there. And then that is the middle of the signature. And then on the other side, we've got our other piece of music paper that flips out. Some of these I might make into pockets, I'm not sure yet. And the colour of these papers, lovely. You see what I mean about the contrast? I like it. It's just, it's really nice. And obviously by the time you do your stamping and your inking and everything like that, it's all going to match in together. This one does not seem to want to lie properly. Okay, and you've got your other piece of sewing machine, other half of the doily, graph paper, and then that. So that is how that is going to look. So then what I do now is just grab myself a wee clip, bulldog clip, and clip it. Actually, we'll clip it with this side. Clip it together. I'm going to clip it at the bottom, it's easier, so I didn't catch any of the pages. Okay, clip that together like that. And I'm going to pop that to the side just now. So, the next part we're going to be working on is our cover. But I'm going to end it there for today. So far we've managed to pick our papers and put them in order of how we want them. Again, you might change your mind with that, but that is how I've got them just now. So the next part will be part 2, and I'm going to be working on the cover of the journal, because that's just the order that I do it in. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know down in the description box what you think. If you've got any questions at all, not the description box, sorry, the comments, any questions at all, just leave them and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And I look forward to seeing you in part 2. Bye bye.